Good evening, everybody. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go. Ooh. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine now. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. What this life is about. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Hello and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. My name is Christine Roth and my pronouns are she, her. We're so glad you have decided to join us today. We welcome all lifestyles and beliefs. No matter where you are welcome here. I want to acknowledge that this service is being held on the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Ute, and Cheyenne peoples. We recognize that this land is rightfully theirs, and we offer our respect and gratitude for their continuing kinship with this place. Our philosophy, Science of Mind, honors the wisdom and teachings found in all faiths, recognizing that each path leads to the same universal truth of oneness, love, and interconnectedness. Tanya Giewitz is our prayer partner today and will be available after service for one-on-one prayer, as will I. So let's take a moment to say our mission and vision together. Our mission. We are an inclusive community inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision, to support humanity's spiritual growth, creating a world that works for all. All right, let's invite our kids up. There is so
I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer and so it is. Here we go. God is everything there is, so I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer, and so it is.
All right, good evening, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Reverend Lee Alvarado. Welcome to all. I'm going to kick off our announcements this evening, a very special announcement. We have Tanya Giewitz, who just became a practitioner down at Mile High, which is a church similar to ours down in Lakewood, Colorado. And this is a big deal that she became a practitioner, and she lives up here, though. So she has agreed to support our community as well, and we are so thrilled. So I'm going to invite her up. Let's give her a hand. Woohoo! I'm so grateful that you are here. And she's got her beautiful stole, which is a mile-high stole. I have one of those as well. I just haven't worn it in a long time. Yeah, so you will see her face. She'll be holding consciousness today, which means she'll be holding us all in prayer. And she led our meditation pre-service, so thank you for that. And you're going to see more of her. So if you need prayer after service, she will be up here along with Christine to provide prayer. So let's welcome her again. Thank you so much. All right, this is exciting, you all. So we have been hearing I feel like for years, we need to go to mornings. We need to go to mornings. We need to go to mornings. I won't come unless you move to mornings. So we are finally moving to mornings. We found a space at the CSU Art School, if I'm saying it right, that's a long name. You know the place on Remington? If you know Fort Collins, it's on Remington, say again? Center for the Arts. Thank you, Wanda. She's a detailed person. I'm not. Oh, it's right there. Okay. I could just read the slide. It's a little small print. Okay, so we are moving there, not till January. There's a current church that's in there, and they are moving. They just bought a building, and they're getting all their construction and all that done. But when they're done, we are moving in. So look for more details. We'll be sharing more about that and the excitement and getting us all ready to move on over there. So it'll be sometime in January. All right, so that's super exciting. So thank you all for your support. Yay. All right, Christine, I'm going to invite you up to do the rest of the announcements.
All right. So let's see what we got here. Oh, September Food for New Thought. We're having a fondue party. Mark your calendars for Saturday, September 13th at 5:30 p.m. Only a few seats are left. So Amber Davidson is hosting the Food for New Thought fondue party at the house of Chuck Bloser in Windsor. All proceeds will support CSL NoCo. Tickets are available and they're $25 a person. And the deadline to sign up is Monday, September 8th. So that is tomorrow. Don't miss this delicious night of fun and community. Study groups. We're excited to launch our fall study groups. This will be a 6-week journey of spirit, connection, and transformation. Groups are limited to just 8 participants, and we will begin the first week of October. So this is a chance to go deeper into the science of mind principles while building meaningful connections. Sign-ups are open now, so be sure if you would like to join to save your spot. To register for these or any other of our amazing opportunities or to learn more, be sure to sign up for our weekly e-newsletter. That's the best way to stay up to date with all of the events that are happening. So you can subscribe at cslnoco.org. All right, so let's shift things a little bit here. So if you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. And on the next inhale, say silently to yourself, I am open to the infinite flow of abundance. And as you breathe out, repeat these words again. I am open to the flow of infinite abundance. So continue to inhale and exhale deeply, repeating these words. I am open to the infinite flow of abundance on each in-breath and each out-breath. I invite you to join me in an opening prayer. So what I know in this moment, in this space, that presence of the divine, that presence of God, that presence of Spirit is absolutely here now. Knowing that this thing that I call love is the one mind, the one life, the one light, and the one love that permeates absolutely everything. It is the infinite source of good. It is whole, perfect, and complete just as it is. And it is that center and space of peace and love. And I know that each and every one of us is one with this presence that I call God, for it moves in us. It is around us. It moves through us and as us. And I know that this presence is in the minds and hearts of every single one of us. So what I know for this evening is that, that we welcome this presence into our lives by just being here. We welcome it into us through the music, through the words of Reverend Leah, through all the experiences that we have this evening. We are open to receive it and allow it to touch us, to move us in ways that we walk out of here just a little different. And I know that through this presence, through this awareness, we walk out into the world, radiating and reflecting that divine light. So for this, I give great thanks for the power of this word, for knowing that the presence and power and love and light that is God is right here, right now. And I release, I let go, and I let these words simply be, knowing that they are returned to myself and each and every one of us, just as I have spoken. And if you would like to claim this too for yourself, please join me in saying, and so it is.
Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. I have more than enough of all that I need to do. All I can do, be all I can be as I go through this day. This is my creed. I have more than enough of all that I need. I have more than enough of all that I need. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Sing it with me. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Is there anyone who can remember a time when you had less money and you did just fine compared to where we were? We've come all this far. Why not spend the day enjoying where we are? I have more than enough, all that I need to do all I can do, all I can be as I go through this day. This is my creed. I have more than enough of all that I need. I have more than enough of all that I need. Sing, hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. We'll take a quick look back at dreams of yesterday. so much time wanting so much more, when there's plenty here to be thankful for. Oh, yeah, I have more than enough of all that I need to do all I can do, be all I can be as I go through this day. This is my creed. I have more than enough of all that I need. I have more than enough of all that I need. Sing, hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Say, hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. One more time. Hey, na, 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 more than enough.
Thank you, Ken. All right. If you haven't guessed it, we're going to talk about abundance and prosperity. We're actually talking about this all month, which I'm excited about. Are you excited about that? Woo! Okay. Oh, we got a woo. That's awesome. Front row, too. Nice, Wanda. All right. Yeah. So, we live in a world where there is scarcity everywhere. Have you noticed that? It's everywhere, right? There's a scarcity of resources, scarcity of food, scarcity of money. And so these messages of not having enough, these messages of lack and limitation, they are part of our culture, unfortunately. And so it's everywhere. And, I'm not sure when that began, those messages began in our culture, but they have been around for a long time. Yeah, long, long time. This message that there isn't enough to go around, that there just is this lack and this scarcity. So we feel that, don't we? We feel it individually, we feel it collectively, we see it. Now, some of you might have it all worked out, and you're like, no, I'm abundant, and you always feel abundant, and you always feel prosperous, and please come talk to me after service if that's you. Yeah, because we're human, and so even if we have a prosperous life, there's going to be moments when we're not going to feel so prosperous, yeah? And what's unfortunate is that so many people, though, have accepted this truth that we live in this scarcity world. They walk around and believe that this is the truth. They don't know any other way. But thank goodness for our philosophy. That teaches us something different. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. So, so when we're in that space of scarcity and we're feeling that, what are we feeling? We're feeling fear. Yeah, we're either afraid that we're not going to have enough, or we are afraid of losing what we have. Yeah? And so as a result, it creates this energy in our culture of pushing and striving and trying to get more so that we, just in case we lose it, we have enough. Yeah, so it creates this energy and this attachment to having more all the time. So it's this thing that's swirling around in the back of our brains for all of us, whether we are new in our careers or we are in retirement or anything in between. It's just kind of there, yeah? So now if you've been on this spiritual path for a while, and especially if you've been part of our philosophy in the New Thought world in some way, you understand on some level that we live in an abundant universe. You get that. You understand it. You've heard me talk about it. You've read it somewhere, probably in a Eckhart Tolle book. I don't know. It's out there, right? But because scarcity is such a big part of our culture, every day we have to be aware of it, because those messages will sneak in, don't they? Well-meaning people, family. The messages come in. Haven't you gotten a job yet? Aren't you making more money yet? Or whatever those messages are from family. We get messages from our boss, from our work life. We get messages from the news. Yeah, that's a big one. And we get these messages from our own minds that tell us that we can't achieve what we want, that we don't have enough, that we'll never have enough. What am I going to do when I retire? What am I going to do when I'm 80 years old, or whatever it may be? Yeah, so these messages and these thoughts are always there in the background. And if we want more money, we have been told to do more in the material world. We'll just work harder. Okay, I'll get another job. Okay, I'll get a different job. Okay, well, maybe I need to invest smarter in the stock market or in Bitcoin. Yeah? I have a girlfriend who has been studying Bitcoin for a decade, and she's often calling me, telling me, Leah, you got to invest in Bitcoin. So I haven't yet. But there's always something pushing to make more, to make sure we have this nest egg or enough money to live our lives. Yeah? And so we push ourselves to work harder, and we push ourselves to make money, to get more money, and many of us have these things in the back of our minds, these concerns or fears or worries. Well, maybe, and some of us might have this, maybe if when my relative dies, I will get some inheritance. I'll just wait till that happens, and then I'll get some more money. Yeah? Some of you are like, no, that didn't happen to me. Maybe I'll win the lotto one day. Maybe that, if I just keep playing, it's going to work out statistically, right? Maybe, I don't know. So these messages that we've received, they've convinced us that we're not enough and that there isn't enough. And in truth, it's one of the biggest lies that we have been fed in our culture. It is one of the biggest lies we have been fed. In the science of mind and our philosophy, it doesn't promise a get-rich, quick path. No, it doesn't. But it teaches us that when we align with the spiritual law through right thoughts, right beliefs, we create better and more possibilities for our lives. Yeah? And so the law that I am referring to is impersonal. It's an impersonal law. It doesn't judge whether a thought is good or bad, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. It simply takes the impress of our thoughts and it reflects it back to us, to our lives, in the form of an experience. Ernest Holmes talked about this. So it takes an impress of our thoughts and reflects back to us some kind of experience in our life. It doesn't give us, if we're focusing on one thing, it doesn't give us something completely different. It reflects back to us our predominant consciousness that we are holding. Some of you are like, oh no. Oh no. So just like, when we plant something into the soil, and the soil doesn't say to us, no, I'm not going to grow what you just planted. I want to grow something else. I know you just gave me a lemon seed to plant a lemon tree, but you know what? I actually want to be an avocado tree. So I'm going to go in this direction instead. Wouldn't that be bizarre if the soil did that, starts talking to you? No. So that's not what happens, yeah? So think of the soil as the law. Think of the soil as the law. So whatever is planted into the law grows. Yeah? And this is really good news. This is really good news because it means that we get to choose what we plant. We get to choose. And whatever it is that we plant, it grows. It grows. So I said last week that if we want a different life, we have to be willing to do something different. Pretty simple advice, yeah? We've heard that. So if we want to experience more prosperity and more abundance in our life, one of the first things we got to do is release the messages, the fears of scarcity. We have to let those go. We have to release any and all thoughts of scarcity and lack and limitation. Release them completely. And catch ourselves when we go there. Catch ourselves when those thoughts come in, because man, do they ever sometimes. And so we breathe them out. We take a breath. We just take a breath. Okay. And breathe them out. We all have patterns and ways of believing and ways of behaving related to financial good. And some of these ways of believing and thinking and behaving are not serving us anymore. They're just not. So it's not to make ourselves wrong, it's not to judge ourselves, but it's just to notice, God, I still have those beliefs from when I was a little kid because of how my parents saw money, because of their beliefs about money and their beliefs or lack of, their beliefs in scarcity. Many of us grew up in homes where there was a lot of scarcity and lack. And so some of these beliefs we have been holding on to for years, for even decades. There they are, right back there. So the first step is to recognize that they're there, to notice, oh, wow, I have a belief about that. Let that go. Release that. Ernest Holmes said this, the abundance you desire to experience must first be an experience in your mind. It must first be an experience in your mind. The mind has to experience it first in order to believe it. Yeah, to believe it. But it isn't just about believing it, it's about embodying it. It's about believing that it is possible no matter the circumstances. I'm going to say that again. It's believing that it's possible no matter the circumstances. No matter the circumstances. So this is a huge shift for most of us, because most of us have been taught that money can only come through certain channels. And we have limited ourselves by believing this. That believing that it can only come through our jobs, and it can only come through our investments, and it can only come through our retirement accounts, and it can only come through our families. We have limited ourselves by believing that. So the only limitations that we have are the ones that we have imposed on ourselves. We've gotten so used to looking at our life and the world around us, believing in the limitations of the material world. I think of Madonna. Sorry, I just had to say that. So our boss, do you know those moments when you are expecting a raise and your boss says to you, no, sorry, it can't happen this year. And you were counting on that. You were counting on that money. Or your business doesn't do as well as you had hoped, and you were counting on it doing better. Yeah? Or, do you know, things are more expensive these days, yeah? And you have a certain amount of money that comes in every month, and you rely on that money, but now the money's not going as far because things are more expensive. And so these things happen in our life, and what happens is we go into fear. We go into scarcity. Immediately, the fear starts to come up. And suddenly, we're in that space where we are in fear about what's to come, in fear about our financial future. And then we just go further and further into that space of fear and scarcity. Marianne Williamson said, the key to abundance is meeting limited circumstances with unlimited thoughts. Unlimited thoughts. So whenever we find ourselves in a situation when we are worried about money, when we are stressed about what is coming into our lives, as I said before, we take a breath, we pause, we take a breath. Because the mind is going to carry us to some place that's not going to be pretty. It never does, right? So we breathe, we just focus on our breath, and we let it go. We just let it go. We release the fear that's there. That's the first thing we have to address, is the fear. Because the fear is also a lie. Yeah? Fear is a lie that we buy into in that moment, and we believe it's true because it sure as heck feels that way, doesn't it? But it's a lie that the mind tells us. So in those moments when we are in fear, we let it go, we release it, and then we remind ourselves that the universe is abundant. It is abundant. It is divine in its infinite expression. It is infinite in its expression. Infinite. There is no lack in God. Did you know that? You might have guessed. There is no lack in God. There is no scarcity in God. There is no such thing. There is only a flow of prosperity and abundance. It is never ending. John Randolph Price was a wonderful man who studied ancient wisdom. He studied metaphysics. He studied spiritual philosophy. And he wrote a fantastic book called The Abundance Book. Some of you have read this cute, sweet little book. Powerful book, small but mighty. And in it, he talks about what it takes to create prosperity consciousness. And he talked about how the mystery schools of Asia and Egypt and Persia and Greece, and how the many mystics on this planet that have been here and are still here, and the Gnostics even of early Christianity, they all talked about the same things. They all talked about the oneness that exists between us and the divine. And they talked about the power that we have to rise above limitations. They also taught, this is the most powerful piece, that God is our source. God is our source, the source of all the good in our life, all of it. God is the source. John Randolph Price said this: money is an effect. When you concentrate on the effect, you are forgetting the cause. And when you forget the cause, the effect begins to diminish. When you focus your attention on getting money, you are actually shutting off your supply. You must look to God alone as the source and take your mind completely off the outer effect. This is a quote you got to read over and over again, right? Yeah. When we focus on the effect, on getting more money, we are forgetting the cause. We are forgetting the most important part. The cause is spirit. We're forgetting the divine in that equation. And when we take the divine out of the picture, we shut off our supply. We shut it off. It's like kinking a hose. We begin to God block when we do that. But when we look to the divine source and know that it is responsible for all of the good in our life, that's when everything changes. That's when the flow begins to show up in our life. And some of you know this. You've experienced it. I've experienced it. Do you know, in July when I took my sabbatical, and I think I mentioned at a previous service that the entire thing was paid for, money just flowed in. I received a $5,000 check. I received a $300 check, a round-trip ticket to California, places to stay. My entire month was paid for. That was the divine gifting me. So I must have been in the flow for it to show up. Yeah, so the divine, we think it has to come through these specific channels in our life, but you know what? It can show up unexpectedly if we are open to it. If we are open to it. So think about this for a moment. There's an infinite amount of stars in our galaxy. Yes? Infinite. Too many to count. There's an infinite amount of grains of sand on the beaches. Yeah? There's an abundance of leaves on the trees, at least now. There's an abundance of flowers and rocks and drops in the ocean. The universe shows us every day its abundant nature. We just don't see it. If nature can express its abundance in so many extraordinary ways, why wouldn't there be an infinite supply of financial good also? If it's all God, then there's an infinite supply of financial good. for each and every single person here, and you online as well. You know, money is simply energy. It's just energy, which means it's God. It's God in form, and there's an infinite supply of it. If there is no limitation in the divine, in God, that means there can be no limitation in anything. So think about that. The only reason that limitation exists in our world, it's because the collective consciousness has agreed to that. The collective consciousness has agreed that there is scarcity, that there is limitation, that there is lack. And therefore, it continues to get perpetuated. Yeah? So I invite all of us to try on a new belief. To try on a new belief that says there is an infinite supply of financial good available to me. So I invite you to close your eyes right now if you're comfortable. Take a breath. I know that this topic brings up a lot of stuff for us, for some of us. So just take a breath. And repeat silently to yourself, there is an infinite supply of financial good available to me. Just say it silently. There is an infinite supply of financial good available to me. And just feel that. Feel the truth of these words. And now I invite you to say it out loud after me. There is an infinite supply of financial good available to me. Let's say it again. Repeat after me. There is an infinite supply of financial good available to me. The mind will try to convince us that this isn't true. That's its job. But we have the power to override the mind and therefore shift our consciousness from one of lack to one of prosperity and abundance. We can do that. We have the power to do that. Louise Hay said this, your prosperity consciousness is not dependent on money. Your flow of money is dependent on your prosperity consciousness. Yes, thank you, Louise Hay. She wrote an incredible book called You Can Heal Your Life. If you don't know that book, it's been around forever. I highly suggest you check it out. It's quite profound. So what I'd like to do today is to give you an experience of prosperity consciousness. Are you open to that? Yes. Okay. So all of you were given a box when you came in. Did you all get a little box? If you didn't, raise your hand. Okay, Nancy didn't get one, and Drawny's gonna, Alex, somebody. You got lots of people running to you, Nancy. Okay. Okay, so for those at home, so you can also participate. You can get a shoebox, you can get a little glass jar or a bag or something, a container of such, some kind of container. All right, and this may look like just a simple white box. It's got a slot at the top. But this is a prosperity box, okay? This is a prosperity box. So this is something that you are going to take home and work with every day, if you're willing, and I highly suggest you do, every day until the first week of October. On October 5th, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk about what to do with it next. So here's what we're gonna do. So every day you're gonna put money in here. Doesn't matter the amount. You can put a penny, you can put $10, you can put whatever amount. Doesn't matter. The amount isn't important. It's the consciousness behind it. It's the consciousness behind it. So here's the first step. Hold the box in your hands. Most of you are already. So you're going to hold it in your hands and gently close your eyes. And as you inhale, open your heart. Open your heart and feel gratitude for the abundance that is already in your life Feel gratitude for the abundance and prosperity that you know you would like to have, and feel it as though it is already here, right here in this moment. Imagine it is in this box. So feel that gratitude in your heart. And just send that love and that energy to this box, blessing it. And as you breathe out, release any fears. Release any stories of scarcity and lack. Just let those go as you breathe out. Let it all go. The fear that keeps telling you that you don't have enough, that you won't have enough, all of the fears, all of the thoughts of lack and scarcity, just let all that go. And bring your attention back to your heart and to gratitude. Gratitude for the abundance that is flowing into your life. And so now place your box on the floor by your seat or in the chair next to you, either way. And I invite you now to get out your purse or your wallet. And you're just going to choose any amount, whatever amount. Could be anything, okay? And you're just going to hold that in your hands. And if you came without money today, just pretend you've got some money in your hands, okay? You can do this when you get home. But just imagine that you have a dollar bill, okay? Let's just say you got a dollar bill in your hand. And now close your eyes again once you have your money. And as you hold this money in your hands, recognize that this is spirit in form. Recognize that. Feel that. Feel this truth that this is spirit in form. And so now take this money and place it into your box. And now we're going to say this affirmation. You're going to say it silently or aloud, still holding your box. We're going to say this affirmation together. Abundance continually fills my life. Spirit provides all that I need, and I joyfully receive it. Take a breath and just feel gratitude. Feel gratitude for this. Take this moment to feel the joy of what is possible in your life. Feel it. This may seem like a simple exercise, but if you do this every day, it's going to make an enormous difference in your life. There are instructions inside the box. Don't open the box. But know that the instructions are there. For those at home, it's in our spiritual practice. It'll be on the website and in the newsletter this week. And when you leave today, there's a table outside that Brooke put some things, some marking pens and stickers you can decorate. You can write your affirmations and all kinds of joyous things on the box if you'd like. So if you're willing to do this, how many of you are willing? I'm putting you on the spot right now. Everybody's hand should be going up. Some of you are like, I don't know, but okay, I'll just put my hand up because she's asking me to. Just have fun with this. This is not something to get afraid of or be overwhelmed by. Every day you're going to put some money in here and you're going to bless it and you're going to say the affirmation and you're going to feel the gratitude for the abundance that is pouring into your life. And just watch how that shifts. Living an abundant life is truly your birthright. Yeah? As we release scarcity and as we embrace abundance, we are free. We get to experience freedom, true freedom. How beautiful it is to know that we are worthy of receiving and living an abundant and prosperous life, now, always, and forever. So it's something to celebrate, yeah? We are abundant in nature. Let's know that. And our lives are rich with abundance and prosperity. All right, so I'm going to close us out in prayer. I invite our practitioners to please stand in high consciousness. All right, so as we take a breath, we recognize and know that the Spirit of life is within us, around us, and for us. The light of God is contained in every bit of money that we have and that is flowing to us. And so I am knowing that as we do this work, as we do these practices in our life, that we are experiencing truly what it feels like to have an abundance consciousness. And as we do that, and the more that we do that, we then release all fears, we release all doubts, we release all feelings of scarcity and lack and limitation. We just say, no, thank you. I am an abundant and prosperous individual in this life, and I attract to me all that I need and more. It comes to me, it flows to me with ease and grace from known and unknown places. And so, yes, we celebrate that, and we give thanks for that. We give thanks for the beauty and the magnificence of Spirit in our life, and the prosperity and the abundance that is flowing down upon each one of us. And we say, thank you, Spirit, thank you, life. And so we release this. We let go of our attachments, and we just open ourselves to receive, to fully and completely receive all of the gifts of Spirit. And so with that, we say together, and so it is.
Okay, so the middle of this tune is a call and response. So I hope you'll join me on it. Here we go. What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? Prosperity, I claim it. Abundance is mine. Love flows through me. I feel joy all the time. I can have it. I deserve it. I claim it. It is mine. I can have it. I deserve it. I am it. It is mine. Oh, peace fills my heart. I surrender everything. Health is my birthright. Passion helps me sing. I can have it. I deserve it. I claim it. It is mine. I can have it. I deserve it. Oh, I am it. It's my time. Bring it on down now. All right, listen to this, and then you can you sing with me. Anything I want, want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good again. Anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good. Anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good. I release and let go. I accept what is mine. I can have what I want, and let spirit direct the flow. Life is good, life is fun, life is great. This song is done.
All right. So, as we move into our offering, let's take a moment to feel grateful for all the blessings in our lives and the spiritual nourishment that we have received here today. We give from a place of gratitude, knowing that God is the source of all good. You'll see ways to give on the screen, online, by text, or by mail. So, please, I welcome you to place your gift over your heart. And we have a new offering affirmation today. So please join me in saying it together. Abundance continually fills my life. Spirit provides all that I need, and I joyfully receive it.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. All the love of God was at hand. And now I can see if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. Just gotta let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say. Say, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit in my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. Let me hear it. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. Yes, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Money, 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 money. Sorry, I was looking at Andrani. Okay, just made a fool out of myself. Okay. All right, so I just bless all that is flowing into our beloved community. I just know that it continues to flow in to bless our community, to bless all the work that we are doing here in the community and in the world. And so it is. Thank you all. Thanks, Matt.
All right. So if you are here for the first time, either in person or online, welcome to our spiritual family. We're so glad that you have decided to join us today. Please know that you matter, and we're here to support you. After service, I will be available for prayer, as well as Tanya, up here on this side of the room. We also have prayer requests on the table out in the back of the sanctuary. If you're online and would like to have prayer, please visit our website at cslnoco.org and submit a prayer request. Those will come to the practitioners and ministers for us to pray on this week. I thank you all for being here today. It's always a joy to come together in community and share this time of inspiration and connection. A heartfelt thanks to everyone who has made today's service possible. It takes a very dedicated team to bring this service to you, so your time and energy are truly appreciated. I now invite you to all join us for Sunday supper. Tonight we will be heading to a local restaurant, so if you're interested in joining, please meet at the welcome table after service. Please know that everyone is welcome. So, on your way out, again, if you would like to decorate your prosperity box, there are colored pens and stickers in the lobby, so just take a minute to make your box fun. So please stand if you're willing and able for our benediction and closing song. Place your hands over your hearts, and let's say our benediction together. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing for all beings. Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is.
For years I would talk about how I wanted to change the world, but I always left it up for someone else to do. And then I finally realized I needed to take a stand, and that by changing my thinking, I could change my life, and that's how I could change the world. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world right now. I couldn't help it.